This is another video dealing with what happens when someone passes away and how things get dealt with. So if you've seen some of my other videos, you may have known that I downsized and moved my mother-in-law years ago to a retirement home. She had 3 sons and I was the only daughter-in-law. And she and I discussed when we were going through the downsizing process what a nightmare it was going to be when she passed away, because one son in particular was known to cause all kinds of problems. So what we did was we thought about the things she had that she wanted to leave the boys. So say, for instance, there was one thing that was, if something was like a religious item, we made sure there were 3 of those. And we put sticky notes on the back of each one with a specific name of one of the sons. There were 3 pieces of furniture that were really important to her. Again, we put sticky notes on them as to which one went to which. And we did that for quite a few things, but we made sure that if there was one thing, there were 3. And I got just a small notebook and we wrote pages in there, and she put first son's name, second son, third son, my name because she was leaving me things, and there were a couple other people she was leaving little things too. And we listed on each page what each son was getting, what I was getting, and then she signed each page. Now, was that legal and binding? Probably not. But thankfully, they had enough respect for Mom that they didn't question it when I whipped out the notebook and said, here, this is what Mom said she's leaving you. Oh, look, here, this has your sticky note, your name on the back of it. So that was the way we started, by splitting things up, by saying these were the things that Mom picked for you that you're to have. And then what I suggested was a round robin. So the rules were, and I made up the rules as I went along kind of, okay, each one of you is going to get a choice to pick something. And we started with the youngest because he was the pain. And then we went to the oldest, which was the second pain. And then we went to the other son, the middle son. So the rules were, you get to, when it's your turn, you can pick one item, okay? When someone else, it's their turn and they pick something, you can't say, oh, I wanted that, because if you wanted it, you should have picked it in your turn. So we literally did that. And amazingly enough, because I wasn't sure that would work, it worked really well. So each one walked around in her apartment at the retirement home and would just be, okay, it's my turn. Okay, I want this. Okay, next one, I want this, until it was at the point where they had picked out everything they wanted. The 2 sons, the other sons, the one I wasn't married to at the time, gathered up their stuff and out the door they walked. So that was how we handled that. Now, here's another problem. They got their stuff and they walked out and left her other son and I to finish cleaning out the apartment. It never occurred to them that it needed cleaned out, that cupboards needed empty, pictures needed taken off the wall, that the things that weren't being split between the 2 sons needed to be donated, and I needed to find homes for those things. So that's another problem, because sometimes somebody leaves you holding the bag. But perhaps this will help you in some way, especially if you have a difficult family member, in a way in which to navigate this. It's really helpful if the parents step up and name certain things for certain kids. It just saves a lot of arguments. So the really important things, they had the yellow sticky notes on with the name of which son got them. There was no question that that was what Mom wanted, and that's what they did. So I hope this helps you navigate this, because that was a day that I was really dreading, because it was hard enough losing Mom without having to have all the usual drama that accompanied these 3 guys. If you found this video to be helpful, please leave me a comment. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so you'll see more of my videos in the future.